Hi guys, I'm Rich, welcome back to BB's Customs. Today we're going to be looking at trying to fit the mudguard to the back of the Honda. Okay, so as you've seen before, this is the generic sort of rear mudguard I found just off of eBay. It's nothing special, it looks like it should probably be more on some sort of chopper or something, but we're going to see if we can make it work on this. Obviously it's got to sit up under here, and I'd like it to be sticking out maybe that far from the back of the bike, because we've cut a lot off the back, so I don't really want to be adding the length back onto it. It's really just to protect the underside of the seat and where the battery is. I'm going to carry it on further down here. I might get some rubber and attach that to it and just make a sort of like a splash shield with it, I guess. So yeah, at the moment it's too wide to fit in, because where it comes out here, it's knocking onto these little welded on bits here. I could cut them off, but I kind of want those to put the indicators on, because I think they'd just sort of, they're in the right place already, so it wouldn't take much to just drill these holes out and fit the indicators to that. Or maybe even fit them onto here if I can find a way to save this a little bit, but we can sort that later on. Yeah, first off, I'm going to cut this down here and across there to get rid of these sticky out bits, and then I'm just going to try and squeeze it in a little bit, just increase that curve so that it sits nicely in here. I could even use these bolts to bolt this in instead of having bracketry and things to weld it in. I could just bolt it on, and then it makes it a nice easily removable part if needed later on. So yeah, I'll get the angle grinder out, we'll cut this off and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so now we've got the rear fender trimmed down. I've cut a lot more off than I was intending to, because I realised whilst I was cutting it that the way I was doing it, if you look on here, it's actually got, if I change the focus a sec, hang on. So in here, it's actually a dual skin fender. It's got a reinforcement plate on the inside, which I'd forgotten about. So in cutting that off, it was warping and not doing very well, so I took the whole plate off and just left enough on the inside here. You can just see, if I get the light on it, you can just see this line here. That's where the reinforcement plate finishes. It stayed nice and tight along this edge here, so just to finish that off, once I get the welder up and running again, I just spot a little bit of weld along there and weld that seam up, grind it all nice and flush, and then I'll run some paint on there that'll hold that together really nicely. I wanted to keep a little bit of the reinforcement in, because if I do end up screwing this on, then double the thickness is double the strength. So that's a win. Well, I'm just going to tease these edges in a bit. I'm going to tease the edges in a bit, and then see how nice a fit it is, and we'll start marking it up to get it on the bike. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, which I think is going to look pretty good. So yeah, I'm actually gonna bolt this on. I think I'm gonna put a bolt through there and a bolt through there, through here like this to hold that on, and I'm going to use this hole which is already in the fender, and maybe just have a little clamp to come up over this. Am I going to do that? You'll see that under the seat. No, I might not do that. I'll have to think of something else, because I don't want to be able to see anything coming off of there. If I move it forwards a bit. Oh. Right, I'm going to drill into the... No, I'm not. No. But think of something else. Those two screws are definitely going to go in there to hold that on. In fact, I might even be sneaky and use the indicators to hold that on. Yeah, that'd be a clever idea. We use the indicators to hold it on. One. Two. Okay, so there it is. It's only loosely held in place by the indicator bolts at the moment. I've just put the seat on so that you get a better look at what it's like. The full works on. Let's come around the side. Yeah. Let's come around here a bit. Just to give you a little look at what it's like. I think I quite like that. We've just gone past the centre point of the wheel. We're not too far back. It gives a decent amount of protection, and the indicators look pretty smart as well. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. I did have a little mess up whilst I was off camera. I got a bit excited and I plugged in the new indicators, went to turn them on, and I popped the fuse, which I thought, alright, maybe I touched some wires together or something when I was wiring it up. So I put my spare 10 amp fuse in, pressed the button again, and it popped again. So I've probably got a short somewhere, which wasn't there when I had the old lamps on. So there's something going on with these new indicators, which means that they're shorting out and popping, which is a bit of a pain. I'm going to try and figure out what that is and solve that. But other than that, it's been a bit of a successful morning. I like how this is looking. I hope you guys like it as well. If you got any feedback or anything, let me know. There is full disclosure, you know, there is one design fault. Now that I've got this on, I can't get to the bolts to take the seat off. So to take the seat off, you've got to take the rear mudguard off, which is a bit of a design flaw. I may leave it like that because the likelihood of you wanting to get under the seats are quite slim, and if it's only going to be once in a blue moon, I mean, there's no storage under there or anything, so unless you want to do something with the electrics, it's not going to be a massive issue. So I might leave it. If not, I might have to look at putting like a normal latch, or so. I could rob one off of the old subframe for it, I guess, and just put a latch on the seat. But I don't know, I'll have a think about that. If you've got any views or comments, please put them in the box below. Always willing to look at those and comment, take your advice. Yeah, thanks very much for your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall catch you all next time. Cheers.